Hey folks, it's Lance from JR Jeep. How you doing? I hope, like me, you're enjoying the summer. Beautiful day today. I got out, just took a drive around just to enjoy the day. No, it wasn't trail riding, but was enjoying just getting out, exploring some towns I maybe haven't gone into before, and checking things out. So, what I want to talk about in today's video is one of the things we maybe underlook because it's not the glamorous thing in relation to our Jeeps as far as upgrades. I mean, we all like to basically do the fenders, the wheels, rock sliders, more fenders, the bumpers, and those are all cool. But what do those all do to our Jeep? They add weight. Yep, that's what they do. Our favorite lady gets a little bit of a weight problem. So what do we do about that? Well, I'm going to show you in a little bit the brake kit I bought that hopefully will alleviate that problem. It's called a big brake kit, and I'll go over with you what are the things that make this a better option than upgrading to stock brakes. So hang in there. I'll show you in a moment what that's going to look like. I thought we'd be out in the wild when we started the intro because I thought it'd be a little nicer than doing it in the garage. So next steps, I'll show you what we got. Well folks, I'm back from being on the trails and just taking a drive around today in the lovely weather. Although in my neck of the woods, I know some of you are experiencing that as well. It's probably going to get into the 100-degree range over the weekend. So wanted to do this video tonight when it was a little cooler. Also turned my air on to be a little proactive in the next couple days. What I wanted to show you tonight is in relation to the brake conversion kit I got for my Jeep JKU. It's 2015 Jeep JKU, dangerous type if you've seen it in the videos. So what this kit has is a number of things. It's re-engineered extended caliper bracket. And the caliper brackets are to accommodate the larger rotors. Z36 Carbon-Fiber Ceramic brake pads. These are severe duty stopping power designed for Jeeps. And why is this important? Well, as I opened this segment up with, what do we do to our Jeeps when we modify them, upgrade them? We put on bumpers front and rear, generally steel, sometimes aluminum, which can help with that weight. In my case, I had just added rock rails as well a few weeks ago in a video you've maybe seen if you watch the channel regularly. Skid plates underneath. All this adds weight. And then we add stuff on the inside. Drawer systems. Refrigerators. Now, in my case, I maybe took some weight out because I took my rear seats out to add storage by Cargo Dog, which that was a video last fall in relation to that, which I really loved. They're really great. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the video today that you can check that out. But still, it's more weight. Lift kits. I have a 2.5-inch metal cloak lift kit on it. I have 35-inch Mickey Thompson tires on it. This has all increased the weight of that unit. So what's one of the things it's non-glamorous we think about in relation to our units? A lot of times it's the steering systems, steering components underneath, ball joints, which I've addressed already. But this was one of the things on my list, and I have a list. Yes, I keep one on my phone, so I know the things I have to do in the future was brakes. I wanted to get to brakes. And I noticed it when I was at the Tigerton OHV Park a little over a month ago. In some of the trails, when I was waiting or in an extreme angle or whatever, it was tough to hold her a little bit. Maybe because of overheating. And then when I was on my trip on the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, there were a couple declines going back down to the river that were pretty steep. And I took it slow. I knew these were going to be inclines, so I would address it. But the brakes were pretty warm at the end of that decline going down towards the river. So I know it's time, and that's why I wanted to address this. So let's get into it. I'm going to just show you the components I got, and you can make a judgment call. I was originally going to install Jeep's own system, their big brake system, into this. I had checked with my mechanic on that. I had looked online, couldn't find anything, and I asked him, is this something that's still possible to get? And he said, yeah, looks like a good system. Let's check it out. Nobody's got it. They're not making it anymore. So there we go. So the Jeep Big Brake Conversion Kit is a kit designed for the front and rear axle of 2007 to 2018 Jeep JKU. They do make them for the JLs as well. It's a bolt-on upgrade recommended for Jeeps with, as I mentioned, suspension lifts, bigger tires, increased weight due to steel bumpers, skid plates, and other heavy modifications. That's something we all do. This kit features a new extended caliper bracket that is basically to recalibrate the caliper position to accommodate the new 20-inch larger rotors. And I'll show you those in a moment. The rotors are drilled and slotted to provide maximum cooling and silver zinc plated to help protect against rust and corrosion. The Z36 Carbon-Fiber Ceramic brake pads provide a great pad bite and fade-free braking performance both on and off the trails. The Z36 pads also feature premium stainless steel shim for better heat dissipation and virtually noise-free braking. This brake kit includes premium stainless steel hardware for an easy, problem-free install. So let me show you what I got. So in this box here, we have the actual rotors. And I'm not going to show you front and rear because they're going to be both the same pretty much, but I just wanted to show you, and I'm going to keep them in plastic only because I don't want to get my hands on the brake rotors. But this is one of them. You can see, as they're saying, they're slotted here, if you can see that through the plastic, and drilled for heat dissipation. These things are heavy, very well designed. I'm very impressed by that. So let's take a look at the calipers. I take these out so you can see it a little bit more up close. This is the new caliper for it. If you've seen a Jeep caliper before, you know this is more heavy duty than the ones that come with it. The hardware is included in the package for each one. And then lastly, these are the Power Stop Extreme Severe Duty Truck and Tow Brake Pads. They are thermal and scorched for fast break-in. Z36 Carbon-Fiber Ceramic Low Dust Formula, premium hardware included. Pads, even the ceramic brake grease, everything is included in here. There is break-in recommendations here on the box. I have seen this before, so this is something just to take in mind when you're doing this. You want to try to find an area where maybe you can run around a little bit, not have to worry about stopping too much, because there is a slight break-in period. So as always, folks, I want to thank you for stopping in today. Once I get these installed, I will let you know how I feel about them as a follow-up. I think it's going to be an awesome upgrade. Today, actually when I was out today, I got into an instance where all of a sudden everybody in front of me started braking short. I had no problem stopping, but that's because I pay attention when I drive. But if I would have been a little lackadaisical, it could have been an issue. And also I was trying to watch for the people in front of me and back of me, because I know they are not necessarily the most cognizant of what's going on either. You know, the old adage is, drive like nobody on the road knows what they're doing, and you're usually right. And that was from my grandfather years ago. So go figure. So again, thank you for stopping by and watching. Like I said, I will do a follow-up on this. If you like this, please give a thumbs up. I am trying to build up to 500 subscribers by then this year. That's my goal. I have had some really good success in relation to that with all of you out there supporting the channel, and I really am thankful for that. It helps me so much. There are links into my website and other videos in relation to my YouTube channel. You care to enjoy those? Thank you. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you on the trail. Bye-bye, folks.
It's a little cooler now. Yes, I did shoot that video during the summer. It was one of many I shot at that time, and it sort of got lost in my mix. But I thought it was very important to cover that. Yes, it's one I lost in my mix of all the videos I did at that period of time. But I thought it's very important to cover that piece of information on brakes. So thusly this follow-up video now. Only other thing I didn't want to share with you installing the brakes, because many of us have installed brakes, so that's a pretty common thing. But to get the brakes broken in, there is a few things you have to do to make sure it goes smoothly. They do include this instruction with the brake kit, but basically it's going like 3 miles, and you're not going to stop during that time to a complete stop. What they do want you to do is accelerate up to like 50 miles an hour and then come to like 15, 20, then go back up to speed again and repeat that at least 5 times. When I had done this, I thought it might be difficult because of the area I live in. There tends to be a lot of traffic at the time I got done, but it did work out okay for me. I was able to seat those real easy. So just keep that in mind when doing so. My review of the time since putting those in last summer is they had added greatly to my braking power. I did notice that my brakes, while not bad, were suffering a bit on the trails when I was at Tigerton, Wisconsin. So as I mentioned, this is an important upgrade that any of us that off-road and modify our rigs should look into. If you like this video, please consider giving a thumbs up and following the channel. My goal this year was to get up to 500 subscribers, which I did. Thank you very much for subscribing and joining the family of my channel. I appreciate you coming by and watching the content and sharing comments and that. We all learn by doing, as I always say. Till next time, I look forward to seeing you on the trails. Stay safe out there.